Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News Broadcast. 联合早报 reports that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced the detection of quite unusual activity on the Belarusian side of the Ukraine-Belarus border. Speaking in his daily address to the nation on Saturday, May 2nd, Zelensky emphasized that Ukraine is closely monitoring the situation and is prepared to respond if needed. This announcement comes weeks after he had urged the government in Minsk not to become further entangled in Russia's ongoing war against Ukraine. While Zelensky did not provide specific details regarding the nature of the unusual activity, both the Ukrainian Air Force and Border Guard forces have yet to issue any public comments on the matter. The report cited Reuters as the source for this information. Al Jazeera reports that NATO is currently assessing the United States' decision to withdraw approximately 5,000 troops from Germany over the next 6 to 12 months. This development unfolds amidst escalating tensions between the U.S. and its European allies concerning their roles in the ongoing war against Iran. U.S. President Donald Trump has openly criticized European nations, particularly German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, for not contributing sufficiently to the conflict, labeling NATO a paper tiger. Dominic Kane of Al Jazeera suggests that this troop reduction, alongside potential tariffs on EU automobiles, is a deliberate move to pressure Germany. Former U.S. diplomat Donald Jensen views the withdrawal as a reflection of shifting U.S. military priorities, possibly redirecting resources towards countering threats from China, and anticipates a permanent alteration in Europe's security architecture. Both German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius and NATO spokesperson Alison Hart have underscored the imperative for European countries to increase their defense investments and take greater responsibility for their collective security, a commitment that NATO members agreed upon last year. Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te visited Eswatini on May 2nd, as reported by GG Press. Eswatini, formerly Swaziland, is Taiwan's sole remaining diplomatic ally in Africa. The visit was originally planned for April 22-27, but the presidential office had announced its postponement, attributing it to Chinese obstruction. Upon his arrival, President Lai declared that the trip was delayed due to unexpected external pressure and firmly stated, "The right to go out into the world is a right that cannot be taken away from Taiwanese people." He then met with King Mswati III. In April, Taiwan's presidential office revealed that 3 Indian Ocean countries, Seychelles, Mauritius, and Madagascar, had revoked flight permits for the presidential plane's intended route. Taiwan had strongly condemned this, describing it as a new instance of China employing strong pressure, including economic coercion, to influence these nations and impede the Taiwanese president's travel, thereby seeking to diminish Taiwan's international diplomatic presence. According to a report by Sigyo Sabah, new information reveals that China's Paperwall operation continues to actively operate at least 15 fake news websites in Japan, 2 years after they were first exposed. These sites, disguised as legitimate local media outlets like Mount Fuji Times and Nikko News, consistently publish fabricated information and conspiracy theories to manipulate public opinion. The Citizen Lab at the University of Toronto's Munk School of Global Affairs and Public Policy initially identified 123 such China-linked fake media websites globally in February 2024, with Japan, alongside Russia, having the second highest number after South Korea. Articles on these Japanese sites often feature stiff, unnatural Japanese grammatical errors, mixed polite and plain language forms, and inconsistent name spellings, with some even directly reprinting content from China's CCTV. Experts such as Suzuki Ryohei, an assistant professor at Hito Tsubashi University, warn that the enduring operation of Paperwall sites might serve to feed generative artificial intelligence, AI, with biased opinions and misinformation, aiming for more covert and far-reaching information manipulation. The report also links these activities to a Shenzhen-based public relations company, highlighting the increasing role of private firms as proxies for the Chinese government in digital influence operations. According to Antara, Indonesia's Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Bahlil Lahadalia, announced that the country will soon receive crude oil from Russia. This initiative aims to bolster national energy supply security amidst ongoing global geopolitical dynamics. The upcoming shipment is part of a broader commitment to import 150 million barrels of Russian oil, a process that will be implemented gradually until the end of 2026. Minister Lahadalia emphasized the government's primary focus on ensuring the consistent availability of all types of fuel, catering to both public and industrial demands. While he did not disclose specifics regarding the initial shipment volume or the domestic refineries involved, he reiterated the importance of energy supply security in the current uncertain global environment. The minister added that the mechanism and pricing for these Russian crude oil imports would be handled on a business-to-business basis. Furthermore, Indonesia is also exploring the potential for importing liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, from Russia, though these discussions are still in preliminary stages. Lahadalia assured that the national LPG reserves currently exceed the minimum required levels. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.